So I finally bit the bullet and did something that I've never done. We'll talk more about it after this. Intro.
You should come rolling my
Yo, what up? My name is Vladimir Riché from ChaseandRider.com. In today's video, I'm going to do something that I've never done. So I've been wearing suits regularly, I'm going to say since 2005, 2006. But I had no idea what I was doing, but finally put everything together around 2015. So in the last 10 years, I've really been really serious about my menswear. And this whole time, one thing that I've never done is on a double-breasted suit. Now, I know that's probably hard to believe. Well, maybe it's not that hard to believe because simply you have never seen me with a double-breasted suit on. And it's not because I've thought that anything was wrong with them. I've actually recommended DBs to some of my clients. But part of me never really want to stand out when I get dressed. And maybe my math is wrong here, but I would say 95% of suits that we see every day are single-breasted. Well, that number is probably different when we're talking about menswear enthusiasts, right? But for the male models, I would say only about 5% of the time that people actually get to see somebody wearing a double-breasted suit. So I've never been the type to want to stand out when I get dressed. I always want to fit in. I never fit in, but I always want to fit in. You know what I mean? So because of that, I never even really thought about wearing a double-breasted suit. But I've always thought that when I do get into double-breasted, it would have to be in the fall and winter, simply because double-breasted suits have more material because of the enclosure. I just feel like it's more at home with a heavier fabric than it is in the summer, you know? So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I finally decided that 2025, no better time to get my first double-breasted. At this point, I have a ton of suits in my closet, so it was definitely time to try something new. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So when I decided that it was time to finally do a double-breasted suit, I thought about a few different makers that I wanted to use as the first one to make me my first DB. But I finally settled on Proper Cloth. And I'm not saying settled like in a bad way. I finally decided that Proper Cloth should be the one. I wanted to try their flannels, which I've never done before. Enough talking. Let me show you exactly what I have. So if you look, Proper Cloth suits come in a really nice navy garment bag. What I truly like about the garment bag, it's not one of those throwaway bags. This is something that you can actually use if you have to travel and you want to carry your suit so that it's not exposed to the elements or something like that, you know? So it's not something that you just use it once and you throw it away. This is actually a really nice garment bag. So I really like that. Presentation is top notch. Now, the way that it's delivered, it comes in a flat box. Which is pretty cool because I have received a suit before where it came in what resembled a shoebox. So that's definitely not the case with Proper Cloth. But enough talking about the presentation. I know what you guys really want to see is what's inside. So let's get right into it. So this is the suit right here, man. As you can see, this is a medium gray flannel double-breasted suit in a 6'2" configuration. If you're not familiar, the 6'2" simply means that it has 6 buttons and it buttons in the middle instead of a 6'1", which would button at the bottom. Now, there are other types of double-breasteds. There are even some with 4 buttons, but the 6 button is probably the most popular when it comes to double-breasted suits. Now, one thing about double-breasted also is they usually come in peak lapel. A notched lapel double-breasted would just look kind of weird. Double-breasted suits are supposed to be dressier than a single-breasted suit. So that's part of the reason why I'm imagining that it comes in a peak lapel, because peak lapels are dressier than notched lapels, you know? The fabric is made by VBC. You can see the VBC logo here, or VBC sticker, whatever you want to call this, tag. So let me show you the jacket real quick. Put the trousers away for a second. We'll just talk about the jacket. Yo, if you want to kill it in 2025, I have a free training called Dress to Impress. We talk about fall and winter menswear because you definitely have to dress for the season. We talk about the best shoes to wear for any occasion. And we also talk about accessories because a lot of guys either overdo it or they don't really use accessories to their benefit. The link will be somewhere in the description. Click on that if you want to attend the next one. Once again, it's free. Now back to the video. Yeah, so this is a quarter line, as you can see. So there's no lining on the inside except at the very top. So this is what's called the quarter line. The melton, which is this part under the collar, I went with a dark green. Now nobody's going to see this. This is just for my eyes only, but I thought that was cool. We also went with jetted pockets on this, as you can see. And also this jacket is a full canvas jacket. But they have a couple different options when it comes to the canvassing. This is a soft canvas, but they also have like a harder canvas, but I wanted something soft because I like my suits to have like a relaxed feel to them. Has a pen pocket here. This is probably, I don't know what you can use this pocket for. Probably can put your wallet here. And yeah, man, this is the jacket. So there's really nothing more to it. Just a beautiful fabric in a nice medium gray that you can never really go wrong with. And yeah, man, so that's the jacket. Now let's talk about the trousers. The trousers is probably a bit more interesting, simply because I'm wearing my trousers a bit wider now. And I think that we should talk about this. I do see a lot of guys are wearing wider trousers, but there's still a limit to it, I feel. You know, some guys, their trousers are just too big. I'm never a fan of the extremes, you know. I don't like anything that's too skinny, and I don't like anything that's too big, you know, because they both look weird to me. So I used to always be in the middle, but now I feel like I'm still in the middle, but definitely towards the wider part. So for example, the thigh is 14.8 inches, the knee is 12 inches, and the hem is 9.5 inches. So these are definitely the biggest trousers that I have. And I am getting another suit made as we speak, and I give them the same exact measurements. So that's probably what I'm going to go with from now on. One mistake that I did before when I tried to get into wider trousers, all I did was increase the hem. I thought that would do it, but you don't want just the bottom to be wide. You kind of want the whole trousers to be wide from the thigh to the knee and to the hem. And I just feel like it drapes much better. Now, one thing that I would change with the trousers is the inseam is 29 inches, and I think it should be about 30 inches. So I think that is about an inch too short from where I usually get my trousers. So that is something that I will be changing on my next commission. As far as the jacket, being that this is my first double-breasted, couple things that I would change, but this is not something that Proper Cloth can actually do because this is just the design. But I wish that the lapels were a little bit bigger to where they would cover the pocket, the breast pocket a little bit. That is something that I would like to see on my next double-breasted jacket. Also, with this one, I think that the sleeve should be maybe like a half an inch longer. So that is something that I'm going to have my tailor do for me, as well as the trousers, you know, so I'll lengthen the trousers and also lengthen the sleeves slightly on the jacket. Now, as far as the price, this is $895. Whether you get it off the rack or you customize it, there's no upcharge for customizing it, which is a great option. But if you do want to add a full canvas, it's $150 upcharge. So this would have cost me $1,045. I did not pay for this. This was sent to me for free so that I can review it for you guys. But if it's your first time using Proper Cloth, I do have a code, which is Riché, R-I-C-H-E, my last name, for you to get 10% off your first order. But yeah, man, this is a great suit. $1,045 or $895 for a custom suit that gets to your door in less than 2 weeks. Nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? And to have this type of quality, so it's not like they're rushing it out the door. Well, they are rushing it out the door, but it's not like they're cutting any corners. This is great. It fits me great. And yeah, man, this is a really beautiful suit. Now, the way that I would wear this, as far as shirts, you know, you could wear with white shirts, you could wear with light blue, you could wear with light pink. You really can't go wrong because a medium gray suit is like a blank canvas. You know, it allows you to wear them with all sorts of shirts. And your shirt should also be a blank canvas, so there's not really going to be any issues there. Tie-wise, as your heart's content, bro. You know, like I always say, all my ties pretty much go with all my suits. So I don't own any gray ties because I don't typically like to do the same color tie as my jacket. So I can wear all my ties with this suit. It'll go just great. Right now I'm wearing a rust tie. That would work perfectly with this. Shoe-wise, so with medium gray, I like to wear medium brown. Because my medium brown shoes, I can't really wear them with a charcoal gray, for example, or navy. I feel like they're too light for that. So I think that they do fit great with medium gray. So that's probably what I'm going to be wearing mostly. You can also do burgundy. You can also do ox blood. You can do black, obviously. You can do dark brown. There are so many different options as far as shoes that you can wear with medium gray. But it's just me, the way that I get dressed, I think about my shoes first, and then my shoes dictate what the rest of my outfit is going to look like. So if I pull out a pair of medium brown shoes, I'm probably going to reach for a medium gray suit. But yeah, man, this is a beautiful suit. I'm really excited about finally getting the trousers the way that I wanted. I think the last video that I made on Proper Clothes, I was saying how the trousers that I did with my tailor, when he altered my previous Proper Clothes suit, they were around 8 7/8 or something like that. So yeah, I like them, but I feel like I still wanted to go bigger. And also, like I said, we increased the thigh measurements as well as the knee measurement. So this is definitely what my trousers will look like going forward. I went with a single pleat on this, single reverse pleat. As you can see here, you would never catch me with trousers without pleats. That's just not me. And also, all my trousers come with a cuff. Now, I do like my cuffs to be a little bit higher than 2 inch. So around 2 1/4 is what I prefer. So when I get my tailor to lengthen this, I will also have them make the cuff 2 1/4 inches. With Proper Cloth and most other custom places, they're pretty much capped at 2 inches. There's absolutely nothing wrong with 2 inches, by the way, but I just like it to be a little bit taller at 2 1/4. Nothing's wrong with belts per se, but with my suits, I'd rather do side tabs. But you can still do a high rise with pleats and belts. It's just that if you're going to do belts with those types of pants, you have to think about a 1 inch belt. You know, that way you can still maintain this type of aesthetic while still wearing it with a belt. If you're wearing a belt that's, let's say, 2 inches, it's just going to throw everything off. It's going to cut you in two, which is not what you want. But if it's about 1 inch, it's going to not disappear, but it'll still be able to allow the high rise, the pleats, and those type of things to shine. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, this is my my first double-breasted suit since I was like 6 or 7 years old, back when they used to call me young double-breasted. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to adding more double-breasted to my collection. One thing I actually don't love about double-breasted suits that I realized, they definitely hide the tie a lot. You know, I'm a tie guy. I love for my tie to show. And with a double-breasted suit, it's almost like a tie hater. You only see a little bit of the tie, which I'm not really a fan of, but that's just part of it, you know? Oh, one thing I forgot to mention also, well, two things really. Proper Cloth comes with a really nice wooden hanger. So just like the garment bag, this is not something that you dispose of. So I actually leave it on the wooden hanger in my closet. So that's a really nice touch. The second thing is Proper Cloth allows you to lower the button placement. So for example, on my single-breasted suit, I did lower the button stance by 1 inch. But when I was getting the double-breasted, I wasn't sure if I should have done that. So I left that part out. I just went with the standard button placement or button stance. But on my next one, I would definitely be lowering the button stance by 1 inch like I did with my single-breasted. So yeah, man, this is my first double-breasted suit. Definitely not my last. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Once again, if it's your first time using Proper Cloth, use the code Riché, which is RICHE, to get 10% off your first order. So hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe. Everybody gonna think that you're a hater. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.